Why doesn't Jesus in the Bible say, I am God, worship me?
Honestly, it never ceases to amaze me that no matter how many times you expose these objections as legit fallacies, like literal fallacies, our Muslim Dawagandists just turn around and say, well, I don't care. I'm going to fallacy even harder.
I am the one, I am Jesus, worship me. It never happens.
Beside the fact that this is an exact word fallacy, we can approach this from 100 different angles to demonstrate that Jesus did in fact claim to be God who is worthy of worship. Let me give you one example. Jesus asked the Pharisees, whose son is the Messiah? And they responded and said, he's the son of David. And then Jesus quotes Psalm 110, where David calls the Messiah his Adonai. That word Adonai is reserved for God. How can the Messiah be both David's son and his Adonai? How can the Messiah be the Lord of David if the Messiah is the son of David? The answer is self-evident. Now, beside the fact that you're demanding God to reveal himself on your terms, which who do you think you are? If Jesus were to say, I am God, worship me, what would the immediate follow-up question be? Prove it. Now, if your prophet, Muhammad, I think his name was, if your prophet Muhammad, if he said something like, you need to honor me in the same way you honor Allah, what would you say? If your prophet had said, as the Father or Allah has life within himself, even so I have life within myself, what would you say? If he were to say that I existed before the creation of the world and I partake in the same glory as the Father, and Allah must glorify me before I glorify him with the glory that we shared before the world began, well, what would you say to Muhammad if he claimed that? If Muhammad said you need to obey me and my commandments, thus demonstrating your love. Love me and keep my commandments. Now, isn't that the great commandment? We're supposed to love God and keep his commandments? And Jesus is saying we're supposed to love him and keep his commandments? What if Muhammad had said, I and the Father, who I'm clearly referring to as the transcendent God who created all things, what if Muhammad would have said, I and the Father, Allah, are one? Tawheed. Wait, what? You're one? You're referring to the oneness of God and you're placing yourself in that oneness? What? So you don't have any clue what you're talking about.
The biggest contradiction is the Bible itself.
Oh, okay, if you say so.